More immaculate card design from Konami, I'm telling you, bruh. Yo, what's good? It's True Kingston, and we got another card to talk about for Terrible Tech. This is Link Party. I don't know what's up with Konami in making cards that have really crazy conditions, have lackluster effects, but this is one of those type of cards. So what this card does is apply this effect depending on the number of different original attributes of the Link monsters on the field. That's just the beginning of this BS. Alright, with one attribute, all Link monsters you control gain 500 attack. If two attributes, all Link monsters your opponent controls lose 1,000 attack. With 3, you gain 1,500 life points. With 4, you do 2,000 damage to your opponent. With 5, you get to special summon one monster with 25,000 or more attack from your deck. And with 6, you destroy all monsters your opponent controls with 3,000 or less attack. And then you can only activate one Link Party per turn. Okay, let's break this down. Let's break down this garbage. First things first, the condition to even get to the good effects is already rough. The conditions to get to the good effect, the first good effect is probably 5. I'll count 4 in this case, because 2,000 burn damage is a lot. It's a quarter of somebody's life points. And you don't really get to do 2,000 burn damage at once unless you're playing Chain Burn. But, even to that, you have to get, this does count both sides of the field. But how hard is it going to be to get 6? Because look at this. Who plays wind monsters? That's already a problem right there. You're never going to get that 6 for the most part. Unless you build your deck around it. And if you build your deck around it, that means you have to fill up all 6 zones. And if you're the one triggering it, you're not going to get all the effects. Like, you're not going to get the opponent monster control lose 1,000 attack. Because they're not going to have monsters. Well, they're not going to have Link monsters. That's the second part of the problem. It only applies to Link monsters, not your whole field. The only part that applies to the whole field is the last part, which does Raigeki the field. But it's a conditional Raigeki, which is worse. 3,000 or less attack. And for the condition to get to 6, it needs to banish all their goddamn monsters with 3,000 or less attack. Or something. It gotta banish them, it gotta send them to the grave so it bypasses the striking effects. Something. It needs to be unstoppable, and it gotta be, this card should not be able to be negated. It needs to be, what is it called, spell speed 4 or whatever? You should not be able to fight against this card once it activates. Like, whatever effects it gets, you just get them. But, Konami knows how to make a bad card, obviously. It's a cool card. It's a cool card to try to make a deck around. But I don't think it's good in the slightest. I don't think it has a purpose. You know, if you want to build a deck around it, feel free. Y'all know about it now. If you didn't know about this card before, you know about it now. So, go build a deck with it. But that's going to be it for me. I can't think of anything else to say about this garbage. I do like the artwork, though. You know, all the, it's all the retrains of the generic-ass monsters they turned into Link 2s. Like recovery cards and the stat boosters. But that's it for me. It's True Kingston, and we out.